okay?
You look so beautiful. You know, we've been
you.
trying to document this whole evening for you in the very best way that we could,
Thank you
too.
so much. I really appreciate you doing that. I really, really appreciate it because I'm sure my brother wants to hear some of the orchestrations, and I just want some proof that it actually happened. Because right now, it all happened so fast. It's like it didn't happen, and now I'm here at the party, and I'm like, okay, what did I do to merit the party? So that's kind of how I'm feeling at the moment.
This was so magical for us to watch as an audience because you made that huge place into this little intimate room where we felt there was 25 people there, and you had everybody in the palm of your hand. And I was wondering, when you stepped on stage this afternoon, you know, this is a dream come true for you. What was it like when you finally stepped on stage and looked out into this hall for the first time? What went through your mind?
I just couldn't believe how much love there was in the audience, and I came out and the applause started and a standing ovation began, and I was just overwhelmed by just how wonderful everybody was in welcoming me to, you know, to the show, and I you know, so many emotions, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't think this night could have gone any better. You know, I don't think I could have orchestrated or staged this at all, and you know, and I'm still trying to figure out the words to say, but it went incredibly, incredibly well, way beyond my own expectations of how it was going to go, and I really didn't know what to expect first stepping out of the door. I didn't know how people would react. I didn't know what people were going to do, so it was just so wonderful to see how they were very receptive and embracing, and I knew that it was going to be a really great night.
You know, because I told Richard it was like you put a record on and you put the needle on and it played straight through without any skips. It was just so perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I pride myself on trying to be as musically on as possible because I know my brother would kill me if I wasn't. And I set a standard for my friends all tease me, Lea, you sound like a frickin' CD. You just do, and they're joking, but at the same time I'm like, well, that's my voice, and that's just me. And but I was just, you know, I was just glad that I was able to control my nerves, that I was able to just get my mouth open and wrap myself around lyrics and melodies, and I didn't forget many of my lyrics tonight, so I was just really relieved.
You were so comfortable. It's like we saw inside your soul, which is really nice, because I think this would be one of the hardest things to do. I mean, these are like a make or break. You have one night to do this sort of thing in.
Right.
Talk about the song was it your godfather who wrote that beautiful song? Yeah. Talk about that.
Well, it's a song called Hahanapin Ko, and translated it means I will look for. And these are the things that every Filipino, when they're away from home, looks for and yearns for and remembers when they're away. You talk about the music, you talk about the rainy season, you talk about the weather, and just that thing about being home that only that Filipinos really just understand that in every country there's something unique in every country that makes those who leave it remember it, you know, if it's food or if it's whatever. And my Ninong Joe, which is what I call him, wrote this beautiful song, and I think he dedicated it. He wrote it with another lyricist, and I think he wrote it especially for Filipinos who leave and just have a little bit of home in them. So that's pretty much what that was about, and I was thrilled when I found out that he was coming to the show, so I knew that I had to mention him, and the spotlight guy was ready for him and everything, and yeah, and he's come to so many of my concerts. He was at my wedding, as I said. He was my godfather, and we've known each other a very, very long time, so I was just thrilled that he was able to make it with his wife. It was really great.
Your whole family, your husband, of course.
My husband was here.
And your mom.
My mom. Unfortunately, my brother couldn't make it because he has so many other obligations in the Philippines that he needs to take care of and fulfill. But he wanted to be here, so he sent his orchestrations. So that's kind of him in Carnegie Hall, and so he can actually put on his resume that my orchestrations have been played in Carnegie Hall, and you know, and I knew that he was there, and he was like, I sent text messages to my friends, to all my friends and much of my family to pray for tonight, and he's like, you can do it, it's gonna be easy, you'll be fine, don't worry, and he's really good about that, and you know, and not making me crazy. You know,
it was such a personal evening. The material you picked, I mean, married, singing about your husband, of course, the baby numbers. I mean, your baby's here on stage tonight. I mean,
I know, there were two of us. There was two of us performing in Carnegie Hall, and you know, I think it was my little lucky gem too. and the timing couldn't have been more perfect, just out of my first trimester. And I did a concert 2 weeks ago, and that was a little difficult because I was still not particularly feeling so well, and it's like, okay, I need to get used to this. But once I got past that stage, I knew it was going to be comfortable. I mean, bump and all, it was going to be comfortable.
Does the placement of your voice change at all being pregnant?
I'm not pregnant enough to notice a difference right now. It's pretty much where it's always been. But ask me again in 2 or 3 months, I may have a completely different answer.
Best part of this experience for tonight so far has been what?
The best part, I think, is just coming out of the doors and seeing the audience for the first time and just looking up at everybody and just telling myself, okay, this is real, this is Carnegie Hall, this is one night, just have a great time. And I think it was that first entrance that really, really hit me and hit me hard. And it's a moment I won't ever forget.